Yo everyone, I never saw today coming everyone. They're going to the FBI co-stars us. New Master Duel us. New Master Duel us. The Gold W. That's playing right. I'm sorry reacting to them. This is the simple silence.
Right.
This is
That's
very
what I
cool
was worried
silence.
about.
In today's match, we have the hip-hop legend Snoop Dogg facing off against the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama.
You plan on making a move this century, man? I've seen stoners think faster than this shit.
I'm thinking, Snoop.
No, you're overthinking. So quit spacing out like you're the one toked up and enjoy yourself, man. Ain't that what Yu-Gi-Oh is all about?
You're right. I guess I let the pressure and expectations get into my head.
Now step back and watch as I tune my Sohaya with my Chidori in order to synchro summon the beat to this feat. Blackwing Onimaru, the Divine Thunder.
Perfect.
So what you said before about Mirror Force was
It was a bluff. You should try them sometime,
Right.
Snoop. Instead
I tell you
of a
guys,
bluff.
watch mirror shows. Oh,
Snoop
yeah.
put on quite the performance and came close to snatching
Let's go.
victory, but it seems the rapper couldn't put a wrap on this duel, as Obama will be the one advancing on to the semifinals.
Semifinals is today. Who's going down the right? And who's going down to the eye? Your son is south. And your son, just out.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now, JB, but I'm glad you brought up HBO, as I can't help but find today's match quite reminiscent of House of the Dragon.
Who could have imagined we'd get this dream matchup of Blue Eyes versus Galaxy Eyes?
It's sure to be a true dance of the dragons.
Let's go.
As for today's match, we have the former President of the United States, Donald Trump, taking on Chris Pratt, also known by his galactic persona, Star-Lord. Tell me, JB, who do you believe will emerge victorious in this clash of dragons?
That's gonna be a tough one to call, Tom. I've seen
Jamie,
both these
I
tricky
know all you're
motherfuckers.
the one. Can't be beating Blue Eyes. I can be all the one. Can't be the Blue Eyes and guy that quite better. So I'm literally that deck kill. Literally when it comes out to the game, but usually that's the odds. That's the odds anyway. Oh, here you go, Blue. There you go. Hey, it's in the ice.
Some crazy situations, so I wouldn't be surprised if either of them takes it.
Indeed. Donald showed during his match with Hillary that even at the brink of defeat, he can still prevail. And Star-Lord showcased against Darth Vader that he's no stranger to overcoming even the most powerful of creatures.
I may not be the biggest fan of the guy, but I believe Trump will take this one. I can just smell that determination oozing off his Humpty Dumpty ass body.
Then I guess I'll favor Star-Lord to play devil's advocate.
Same here.
Regardless of who wins, however, this will surely be a duel to remember. Now then, are both contestants ready to begin?
That's ready.
Let's do it.
Then without further ado, it's time to duel.
Catch it.
Duel.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to you, Star-Lord, or whatever they call you. When I first saw the list of duelists entering my tournament, I never imagined you'd be one of the last ones standing. You've earned my sincerest praise.
You think I care about a compliment from a guy who's the poster boy for orange skin and bad hair?
There you go.
See that being chased around by that bucket-wearing Sith Lord hasn't diminished your spirit.
How do you think I've managed to survive this long?
I've
practically turned running away into an art form.
Yeah, most guys wouldn't admit to nor be proud of that fact.
Well, I'm not most guys now, are I?
That's the idea. Sure. And that'll make crushing you and your knockoff Blue Eyes deck all the more satisfying.
I think you need an upgrade, Donnie. The future is now, old man. And your outdated dinosaurs are staring at the new and improved version of what you used to know.
The only thing that'll be improved is your list of excuses when I send your 1970s looking ass to the Shadow Realm.
I'd like to see you try, Grandpa. Don't think that I'm the same as those two amateurs that you beat on your way here. In fact, why don't you start us off then, if you're feeling that confident? It is your tournament after all.
As if I needed you to remind me of that. But I'll gladly dip my toes into the water if that's what you want. I'll start us off by summoning Maiden with Eyes of Blue in attack mode. Then I'll set these two cards face down and end my turn.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
A draw.
Take
Sorry,
your best
Blue
shot,
Rain, just a
Quill.
jump.
Surely you're not afraid of attacking my weak and defenseless maiden, are you?
That has to be the saddest attempt at a bait I've ever seen.
Oh, gosh.
Who'd fall for such an obvious trap?
You've clearly never met the voters of South Dakota, but regardless, you won't be able to lay a finger on me as long as I have my maiden protecting me. And even if you do manage to get past her, I've got a nice surprise lying in wait for you, just like Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
I
There
can
you
tell
go.
just by looking at that dumb expression
I
on your
lost.
face that you actually believe you're safe behind your little princess and your face downs. Well, allow
Same
me
here.
to personally squash that faith as I summon Photon Crusher in attack position. And since I
Let's
control
go.
the Photon Monster, I can also special summon Photon Vanisher. Now, thanks to
Oh, it's
Vanish's
my
special
deck.
ability after
That's
being
exactly my
special
deck.
summoned, I can add a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to my hand.
For sure.
I'll now be overlaying my level 4 Photon Crusher with my level 4 Photon Vanisher in order to Xyz summon Starleech Photon Blast Dragon.
Oh, snap. Let's go. Solid
And
big
since
guns.
Photon Vanisher was used in its Xyz summon, my Blast Dragon can now banish any monster it destroys in battle.
An impressive effect, but what good will it be on such a mediocre monster?
Oh, you'll see just how mediocre he is when I activate his second ability, allowing me to special summon the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon I just added to my hand.
Let's go.
I was hoping you would, because I'm activating my trap, Bottomless Trap Hole. You aren't the only one who can banish monsters, Quill, as my trap will remove your Blue Eyes knockoff
Oh, gosh.
permanently from this duel.
You better read again, Donnie.
Same
because
here.
as long as my Photon Blast Dragon is out on the field, none of my monsters can be targeted or destroyed
Yes.
by any of your card effects.
Are you serious?
Same
Dead
here.
serious. But don't relax just yet, because I'm far from done with you. Battle!
I know
Attack
like
is made,
posting
Blast
pain like
Dragon.
blue eyes,
I
pain
activate
gas
my
eyes.
maiden's special ability, allowing her to negate your attack and switch her position to defense mode. And that's not all, as I can now call forth a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck.
Oh, snap.
Didn't I tell you, Quill? Now you have no way of getting to my life points this turn with my maiden in defense mode, and both our dragons being equal in strength.
You just love being wrong today, don't you?
Oh,
Attack
snap.
is
You
made
got,
in
you
Photon
got the
Dragon.
seal
While
act,
he's
right?
doing that, I think I'll boost my dragon's attack with the quick play spell, Photon Trident.
I had this on deck by you. I had
Some
all these
master
cards on
plan
deck.
that was. You could give it 1,000,000 extra attack points and it wouldn't matter, as my maiden's in defense mode.
Precisely. Because your maiden is in defense position, Photon Trident's second ability activates,
What's that?
allowing my dragon to pierce through its defense straight to your life points.
Shit.
I've got some more bad news for you, Donnie. Since you just suffered damage from a monster boosted by the power of Photon Trident, I can destroy a spell or trap on the field. So I'll be ridding you of that last face down you have there. I think that'll be all for now. So I'll place this card face down and end my turn. What's the matter, Donnie? Not winning as easily as you expected to?
All right, Quill. It seems that I've underestimated you.
No shit, Sherlock. Just look at who I defeated to earn my place here.
Let's go.
Took down an Egyptian god and defeated one of the biggest favorites to win this entire tournament.
The same
Put
here.
some damn respect on my name.
If
Let's
it's
go.
respect you want, then I'll gladly give it. But
Indeed.
victory is an entirely different story. And you'll have to keep that same energy if you want to bring me down.
Come at me with everything
Oh,
you
shit.
got, and I'll respond in kind.
Very
go.
well. Time to drop the kid gloves and go all out on this space hippie. I activate cards of consonance. Now by discarding a Dragon Tuner monster from my hand,
Oh,
I can draw
shoot.
2 cards. I hope you're ready, Quill, because I'm activating the
Whoa,
spell
okay,
Advanced
go.
Ritual Arts.
Oh, toy.
And with this card,
okay.
I can now
Toy you.
ritual summon a monster from my hand by using monsters from my deck as tributes. So I'll be sacrificing a Blue Eyes from my deck in order to ritual summon one of my favorites, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon.
It's about time he showed up.
And it's about
Yeah.
time you were vaporized from my sight. Battle! Your Blast Dragon may prevent your monsters from being targeted by card effects, but it doesn't say anything about protecting them from an ass beating.
Before you do that, I'll be activating my trap, Defense Draw. While
Check
it
it.
won't stop my dragon from being destroyed, it'll reduce the damage from this battle to 0 and let me draw a card.
Whatever. It won't save your pitiful dragon.
I guess you aren't aware of what my dragon's special ability can do.
Oh, I'm fully aware, but it doesn't mean shit with Chaos Max Dragon's inability to be targeted by card effects.
Damn you.
Now, my behemoth, wipe out his dollar store knockoff.
Whoa, whoa.
That'll be it for me. And since it's the end phase, I can now activate the effect of the White Stone of Ancients in my grave, allowing me to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my deck. But instead of my usual stud of a dragon, I'll be special summoning its distant cousin, Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon.
Oh, stop this.
And boy, are you in trouble after you witness what it's capable of. First, because it was special summoned, I can grab a polymerization to my hand. And second, I can also grab a Blue Eyes to my hand during every end phase as long as Abyss Dragon is on the field.
Let's go.
I draw. Not a bad turn, Donnie. I guess we can call the score 1-1 now, huh?
It's been a while since I've been pushed to summon my boss monster, so I'll give credit where credit is due. Don't disappoint me now, Quill.
When have I ever disappointed someone?
You want me to bring out the receipts or you?
So, moving on. I think my hand's in need of a recharge, so I'll be activating the spell, Trade In.
Saying, huh?
I'm sure you're aware, I can now discard a level 8 monster in order to draw 2 cards. I'll now be activating Galaxy 100. And with this in play, I can now send any Galaxy or Photon card from my deck straight to the grave. So I'll be sending Photon Emperor. And since my Emperor was sent to the graveyard...
Careful, you gotta go cast the last time. Okay?
Level 5 or higher Galaxy monster from my deck. So appear before me, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And since I just special summoned my Photon Dragon, Galaxy 100's second effect activates, allowing me to banish any monster from your extra deck. And there's one monster in there that I'll be glad to be rid of for the rest of this duel. I choose your Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon.
God damn it!
I'll now activate the spell, Galaxy Trance. And by paying 2,000 life points, I can special summon not only the Photon Dragon in my graveyard, but also the last remaining one residing in my deck.
Oh, stop.
I'll now overlay my Photon Emperor with my first Photon Dragon in order to exceed summon number 62. Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon.
Let's go! He's back in the game. Stop it.
Next, I'll be overlaying my second Photon Dragon with my third in order to exceed summon Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon.
Cypher side the game too. Let's go.
Looks like we found ourselves in a good old-fashioned dragon standoff, haven't we?
Sorry, Trump, but this is where the duel ends.
Are you brain damaged? Even if you used your Prime Dragon's effect to boost its power and destroy my Max Dragon, you can't finish me off this turn.
Perhaps that would be true. If I didn't have access to Cypher Blade Dragon's effect, now by
discarding
one overlay unit, I can take control of your Blue Eyes for 1 turn.
Damn.
How dare you?
It doesn't feel so good to have your monster used against you, does it? Trust me, I know all too well how shitty of a feeling it is. But you won't have to worry about that much longer, because this duel ends right now. Now attack his Chaos Max Dragon, and thanks to Prime Photon Dragon's special ability, I can use 1 overlay unit in order to raise its attack points by the combined level of all Xyz monsters on my field times 200.
Stop.
What the hell? Why isn't your dragon toast?
Since you seem to be clueless, let me educate you. Remember that face-down card you destroyed on your last turn?
Yeah?
Well, unfortunately for you, the card you destroyed was Return of the Dragon Lord. And by banishing it before your attack hit, it allowed my Chaos Max Dragon to survive. So it looks like your plan to wipe me out this turn just went up in smoke like Biden's chances of winning the election.
I should have expected something like that from you. But while you may have spared your life points, the same can't be said for your Abyss Dragon.
Oh gosh.
And with that, I'll end my turn.
I draw. That little maneuver may have saved my ass this turn, but if I don't think of a way to stop his Prime Dragon, I'm history. There might be something in my deck that could help me take him down, but for now, I've got to focus on surviving. First, I'll be switching my Blue Eyes into defense mode. Now let's battle. Chaos Max Dragon. Attack his Cypher Dragon. I'll place these 2 cards face down and swing it back to you.
My draw. What's that peanut butter spray tan up to? Even if he can't summon his Twin Burst Dragon anymore, he should still be able to bring out another one of his fusions. I'm guessing he's trying to save his cards until he knows he can finish me off in one fell swoop. Well, fat chance, Humpty Dumpty, because you won't get that opportunity. I now activate Galactic Chariot. Now, since I control an Xyz monster, I can discard a card from my hand in order to draw 2 cards. The drawback, however, is that for the remainder of this turn, any battle damage you would take is reduced by half its original amount.
That's quite the steep drawback.
Perhaps. But all that means is that I raise Prime Photon Dragon's attack to 8,000. But I'm not finished yet, as I won't be satisfied unless I overkill your ass. So I'll be using one overlay unit to raise Prime Photon Dragon's attack even more. This duel is over.
Not so fast, Star Chump. I'm activating my trap, Spirit Force. And just like the defense draw you used, it can reduce the damage I take from this battle down to 0.
You've always got something to pull out of your ass, don't you?
How do you think I became president?
Fair enough.
Oh gosh.
I'll throw this card face down and end my turn. It was a risky move using Prime Dragon's last overlay material like that, but it'll be worth it if he attacks me next turn. You seem awfully desperate to win this duel, Trump. Are you really doing all this just to have a rematch against Obama?
You don't understand, Will. You couldn't possibly grasp the depths of my humiliation at the hands of that bastard. I won't allow anyone to believe for a second that he's a superior duelist than me.
I'm kind of sensing some racial undertones behind your words.
That's complete nonsense. Do I honestly strike you as the kind of man that would base his judgments on a person's race?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I hate all of you.
Oh my gosh.
I have no intentions of losing here before I settle my score with
You
him.
didn't want to
watch
say
out.
that.
I'm hesitant to play this card, but if it means drawing something that'll help me attain victory, then screw it. I activate Upstart Goblin. I can now draw another card at the cost of raising your life points by 1,000.
Why, thank you, Donnie. That's quite sweet of you.
Bite me. You won't be thanking me for very long when I activate the White Stone of Ancients in my graveyard. And by banishing it, I can return the blue eyes in my grave back to my hand. Brace yourself, Quill, because I'm activating polymerization in order to fuse the blue eyes on my field with the 2 in my hand to call forth a beast of pure destruction. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Oh snap, it's heal.
I'll then activate the effect of my Abyss Dragon in my grave, allowing me to banish it in order to raise my Ultimate Dragon's attack by 1,000 points. You shouldn't have wasted your dragon's last material, Quill, because without it, or your honest to fall back on, your dragon's nothing but a glorified punching bag.
That's what you think.
Oh, you're getting the sign cleared now, I'd say.
Ultimate Beast.
Sorry, Trump, but that's exactly what I was hoping for. You see, I wanted you to get cocky and think I wasted all my resources when in fact I've been saving the best for last. I activate my trap, Photon Current.
Let's
And
go!
what this card does is allow my Prime Photon Dragon to absorb your Ultimate Dragon's attack points.
I hate to break it to you, Star-Lord, but that's exactly the kind of move I thought you'd pull.
You had like a show, right?
Enemy controller.
There you go, what now?
That's right, boy.
Oh my
I'm about
gosh.
to Nintendo 64 the shit out of you.
You like
You just
kidding,
sealed
Sam.
your own fate by playing that card.
And what the hell's that supposed to mean?
I'm already aware of how your card works. By entering the command code, it allows you to sacrifice one of your monsters to take control of mine. But even if you sacrifice your Ultimate Dragon to take my dragon, the power boost from Photon Current will be gone. So it'll only have its original 4,000 attack points. And since you used Upstart Goblin to gift me an extra 1,000 life points, you now don't have enough to finish me off.
Same
Is
here.
that what you really think?
What do you mean?
Whoever said that taking control of your monster was the only command I could input?
Hey yo, what now?
Enemy controller activate. Up, left, down, right, A. And with this command, I can switch your Prime Dragon into defense mode.
Gosh damn it.
Vaporize his dragon.
That was a brilliant move, Trump, but I'm far from dead yet.
Actually, you're already dead.
Huh?
Because I'm revealing my last face down. Diffusion.
Oh, you gotta kidding me.
Now I can split apart my Ultimate Dragon into
You
the 3
should
original
say
Blue Eyes
Torabanda. You should say Torabanda in case you had something like back up with
Since it's
this.
still my battle phase,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
season on your life points. Now wipe him out, my dragons.
Gosh damn it. You just say Torabanda. Star-Lord, CC's. Ah. Gosh damn it.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump is our victor of today's match. What an incredible finish to an even more incredible duel. Wouldn't you say so, JB?
Duels like that are what I live for, man. Both those dudes came out with
let me go ahead and quickly
to
outside.
It certainly was. rather even most of the way as they traded blows and tried to outmaneuver the other.
That photon trident play Star-Lord used was fucking beautiful to watch, man.
Same
He had
here.
that orange donut fumbling with that one.
And let's not forget Trump's clutch play of using his destroyed spell from the grave in order to save his Chaos Max Dragon. The duel
Let's
would have been
go.
over right there and then if he hadn't done that.
And speaking of clutch, I gotta hand Trump the Clutch Player of the Year award with that D-Fusion move at the end. There's no way anyone saw a move like that coming.
His use
Same
of
here.
enemy controller was also rather ingenious
Yes,
as well.
the-
Knowing that Star-Lord always relies on overpowering his enemies with raw power, he made it so that all that power would be meaningless if his monster was in defense mode.
Let's
Truly
go.
brilliant. Now then, why don't we hear some words from our winner?
You know, I'm not one to hand out compliments easily, but I have to say, Star-Lord definitely gave me a run for my money. I'll acknowledge his skill as he's certainly a duelist that deserves his spot.
Did Trump just compliment someone?
I'm astonished as well. That's
Same
quite
here.
the high praise from you, sir.
Game recognizes game is all. And just to
Yeah.
be clear, Star-Lord may be a good duelist, but I'm great. And the crown can only be worn by someone of my elite status. Don't ever forget that.
And there it is. He'll never change.
You can say that again. Now why don't we hear some words from Star-Lord, who is exiting the tournament?
I can't even be mad at Trump. He played one hell of a game. I'm not going to lose sleep over this, though. Just
Yes.
being able to beat the brakes off that arrogant Sith Lord was victory enough for me.
You definitely put on a show, Star-Lord. I don't think anyone will forget your time here. Anything you want to say to the people sitting at home?
To anyone watching, don't ever give up on your dreams. If you're out there fighting for something you believe in, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it.
Can please say why the heck you had the cast? Not only one, not only twice, not only 3 times, but so times in a row. And the coin. I might use this up and this thing, cause I don't know what is going on in the camera. I don't know what's going on here, but Audie, I still use this you. But hey, let's see. Let's get on the back. Let's get the back bomb. Which is the Ultron. And he's hoping that Ultron wins. Cause what today with Ultron bosses. One Ultron bosses. Doors up. But I also seen the loss. But until then, let's see
Previously
what
on the
happens, guys.
Celebrity World Championship.
As for today's match, we have the former President of the United States, Donald Trump, taking on Chris Pratt, also known by his galactic persona, Star-Lord.
The only thing that'll be improved is your list of excuses when I send your 1970s looking ass to the Shadow Realm.
I'd like to see you try, Grandpa.
So I'll be sacrificing a Blue Eyes from my deck in order to ritual summon one of my favorites, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Like we found ourselves in a good old-fashioned dragon standoff, haven't we?
Sorry, Trump, but this is where the duel ends. Now, by discarding one overlay unit, I can take control of your Blue Eyes for 1 turn.
How dare you? And since it's still my battle phase, it's open season on your life points. Now wipe him out, my dragons.
It was an incredible clash of the dragons, and while he put on a grand performance, it seems Blue Eyes has prevailed over Galaxy Eyes as Donald Trump will be advancing on to the next round and has secured a spot in our finals.
I must admit, Obama, I wasn't expecting to be called upon by you, of all people. This is hardly the right place for chat, though. Unless your plan of stopping me involves throwing me off this building.
Trust me, if I wanted to throw you off a roof, I would have picked a taller building. And speaking of tall, Jesus Christ, you're huge. What the hell have you been eating?
Knowledge, Mr. Former President. But let's not kid ourselves. You didn't call me up here for such a trivial conversation. You're here because you still think you can change my mind, don't you?
Well, yeah. Someone's got to talk some sense into that metal dome of yours.
I'm flattered, truly. But you're wasting your breath. Humanity
Du Stein, wir haben
come
willkommen für ein riesiges, göttliches Sassasation.
Just accept your fate and die gracefully.
Look, I get it. You think you're some twisted messiah, here to save us from ourselves by playing judge, jury, and executioner. But here's the thing. Humanity's a work in progress. We mess up.
A lot.
We argue.
A lot.
Du hast
God
lange
forbid we
genug
make
Dinge
colossal
anbieten,
fuck-ups.
Sammy.
But the key thing is that we learn from our mistakes and keep pushing forward. We evolve and change for the better.
That is not evolution. Evolution is what you see standing right in front of you. You see, you may not like what I am, but the truth is, I am the culmination of human knowledge, both past and present. But I'll admit that it's thanks to this game, this Yu-Gi-Oh, that I've truly transcended. By analyzing all of you during this tournament, I've thought of new ways to utilize my intelligence that were alien to me before. Kazuki Takahashi is the only human I will acknowledge for creating such an incredible masterpiece.
Amen to that. But I still have to stop you, Ultron. I just can't sit around and let you wipe out my friends and family, but more than that, there's something that I believe I must teach you during our match.
Is that so? Well, you're certainly welcome to try. But I should inform you that unlike my defeated predecessor, I have no intentions of failing my purpose. So bring it on.
Count on it.
Same here. Let's do it here.
JB, your enthusiasm, my friend, as we're just one round away from the climactic finale of this grand tournament. Yesterday's match was quite intense between Donald and Star-Lord that ultimately ended in Donald Trump's victory as he now stands as one of our finalists.
Some people might say this shit was rigged for Donald because this his tournament, but I want to put that narrative to bed right now. Trump might be a donut-loving narcissist, but that motherfucker can duel his ass off and earned his spot in the finals.
Let's go, D.
And now he patiently awaits the winner of this next match. As for today's duel, we have the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama, taking on the metal menace of humanity, Ultron.
Let's go!
I'll be honest with you, JB, I don't have the slightest clue on which one of these two powerhouses will come out on top today.
I need to use your deck by like you global open deck. Like I start in like the softs and like you go softs and rescue, and when you go use that deck, like are you boarding on it? Cause I just saw it up there and I want to go do it.
This is as good as mine.
But you like need to style guys.
I want Obama to win, but Ultron has made it abundantly clear that he ain't fucking around when it comes to dueling. I'll be rooting for my man Obama to get the dub here today, though, so we can finally put an end to that Terminator wannabe once and for all.
And I'm sure all of humanity would agree with you there. Either way, I'm sure we're in for a great duel as we prepare to start the last match of the semifinals. Now then, are both contestants ready to begin?
I'm ready.
I am as well.
Then without further ado, it's time to duel.
You got good here, bro? Alright, you all good to go. You all good to do. Alright.
Before we begin, Obama, I'm genuinely curious. What exactly did you mean when you said you were going to teach me something?
It's simple, Ultron. Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't just about numbers, strategy, or winning at all, really. The true purpose of this game is something you've overlooked. It's about having fun.
Fun? Did you just say fun? You're standing on the brink of humanity's extinction, facing off against the pinnacle of artificial intelligence, and you're telling me this is about having fun?
Look, I know it sounds crazy, but
asinine is more like it.
A wise rapper and weed lover once taught me an important lesson that I had almost forgotten. He said, "Don't get so caught up in the competition that you forget to enjoy the game, my guy." And I think that's something you've never understood since the moment you were born.
Ridiculous. Your species' obsession with escapism and meaningless entertainment is exactly why you're so flawed. Fun doesn't make you stronger. It makes you complacent.
Yeah, well, the way I see it, you may have all the knowledge in the world, but you're still just a humorless toaster with anger issues. You need to learn that sometimes the most human thing you can do is just kick back and enjoy yourself, even when everything's on the line.
Spare me the lecture. I have no interest in your sentimental rubbish. I'm here to win, and you're wasting my time trying to make me see your absurd point of view. Now begin your pathetic turn.
There's nothing absurd about it, but I think we both need a bit of a reset here. So how about we start fresh? And I have just the card to do that as I activate Card of Destruction. Now we both must discard every card in our hands and draw as many from our decks as we just threw away. Think of it like a literal hard reboot for you.
What a nonsensical move.
Oh, gosh.
You now have one less card in your hand than you started with.
Perhaps. But I've also managed to set things up perfectly for me in the turns to come. I'll set this monster face down onto the field and drop this little surprise for you as I end my turn.
Leo?
I must say, Obama, I'm quite disappointed. For all your talk about teaching me something profound, you've opened with one of the most uninspiring moves in Duel Monsters. I expected much more from a duelist of your stature.
Haste is waste, my friend.
I am not your friend.
Yeah, I can tell. Maybe you wouldn't be such an angsty emo bot if you had one.
Friendship is nothing but a crutch for the weak who can't stand on their own. It didn't save Ben Shapiro. It didn't save Joe Biden. And it most certainly won't save you.
Well, that remains to be seen. Make no mistake, though, Ultron. I'll be sure to pay you back with interest for each one of my friends you took down.
And how do you plan on doing that with your pitiful field and near-empty hand? You'll soon realize that discarding both our hands was a grave mistake as I activate the field spell Gear Town.
Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, it's on Gear Town, huh?
As long as I also activate Ancient Gear Catapult. And with this, I can destroy my field spell in order to special summon any Ancient Gear monster I desire from my deck. So come forth, Ancient Gear Golem.
Oh, snap!
The Titan you have to deal with is thanks to Gear Town being destroyed. I can special summon the Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon that was sitting in my graveyard.
Oh, let's go.
It got there because of me, right?
Very observative of you, Barack. Perhaps America would be in a better state if you were this observant during your reign. I now activate the spell I draw, allowing me to draw 2 cards from my deck since I control exactly 2 machine monsters on the field. Let's see if you'll still find dueling against the likes of me fun once I proceed to battle. Ancient Gear Golem, pulverize that face down with mechanized melee. And thanks to my Golem's effect, not only are you restricted from activating any spell or trap cards during his assault, but you'll also take the difference between its attack and your monster's defense.
Oh, snap.
What blasphemy is this?
I'd like to introduce you to my Fortress Warrior. Not only does he negate all battle damage from your attacks, but you have to destroy him twice in the same turn if you want him gone.
No matter. If Ancient Gear Golem wasn't enough, then my Reactor Dragon will finish the job. And since Reactor Dragon launched an attack this turn, I can now destroy a spell or trap card on the field. So say goodbye to that worthless face down.
I think you'll regret doing that, Circuit Board.
And why's that?
Because the card you just destroyed was Waking the Dragon. And when this bad boy is destroyed, I can special summon any monster I want, straight from either my main or extra deck.
What?
You heard me. So say hello to a monster that's about to turn the tide, as I now special summon Dark Cavalry. Yet, as I'm sure you noticed, Dark Cavalry gains an extra 100 attack points for every spell or trap card, not just on the field, but also in both our graveyards, which makes it more than a match for either of your scraps of metal.
I do not understand. I've analyzed your deck thoroughly, and cards such as Fortress Warrior and Waking the Dragon were never in your strategy.
It's like I told you before, Ultron. Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't just about winning, it's about enjoying yourself. I chose Fortress Warrior because it reminded me of good old Bill, and I chose Waking the Dragon because Joe's always losing his shit whenever we wake him up from a nap.
You mean to tell me you've compromised your deck's efficiency just to pay homage to your so-called friends? This is not rational. You're sacrificing optimal strategy for sentimental garbage.
Look who's talking. If efficiency was really all that mattered to you, you wouldn't have chosen a deck like Ancient Gears in the first place. You could have picked any number of top-tier meta decks to assure your victory in this tournament, and yet you didn't. You want to know why? It's because just like the rest of us, you wanted to express yourself through your deck and chose a set of cards that spoke to you. Isn't that right?
Shut up. Even if that's the case, it won't change anything, as I set these 2 cards face down and end my turn.
Trust me, Ultron. It'll change everything. You said before that I'd regret dumping my hand, right? Well, on the contrary, it's thanks to that I'm able to activate Soul Servant from my graveyard. And by banishing it, I'm allowed to draw 2 cards since I have both a Dark Magician and a Palladium Oracle Mahad in my graveyard. Next, I'll activate the Spell Monster Reborn in order to revive the Dark Magician that I discarded on my first turn.
Let's go!
But he won't be staying for long as I activate polymerization in order to fuse my Dark Magician with the Dark Magician girl in my hand to summon the Dark Magicians. Time to battle. Now, Dark Cavalry, destroy his reactor dragon.
Oh, stop it, dude.
Next, attack his ancient gear golem.
Intriguing. You never struck me as suicidal, Obama.
And give you the satisfaction? I don't think so. My magicians may be weak now, but they'll look a lot tougher once I discard my apprentice magician from my hand in order to boost my monster's attack by 2,000 points.
Stop it, dude.
You want to explain to me why your towering piece of scrap is still up and kicking?
I'd love to. See, by banishing cross-dimensional Duel from my graveyard, I was able to prevent Ancient Gear Golem's destruction for this turn. Another delicious benefit from the costly mistake you made of emptying my hand.
Well, I'll admit you got me there. Looks like I'll have to keep my eye on your graveyard from now on.
My draw. Something has changed in Obama. He's no longer weighed down by the expectations of defeating me anymore. It almost seems like he's enjoying himself, even when things don't go his way. Is this the fun he was talking about?
There you
To
go.
become so engrossed in the game that nothing else matters? Well, there's only one way to find out. Your new attitude has piqued my interest, Obama. If you truly mean what you said about enjoying yourself, then I'd like to see how you handle despair after I summon Ancient Gear Wyvern. And when Wyvern is summoned, its effect allows me to add Ancient Gearbox to my hand. Now, since Ancient Gearbox was retrieved directly from my deck to my hand, its ability lets me also grab Ancient Gear
Hey, man,
Friends.
let's go.
I'll now activate Ancient Gear
Okay.
Fusion in order to fuse every Ancient Gear monster,
Gotcha.
both in my hand and on my field, in order to call forth the ultimate machine.
Oh,
Chaos
stop.
Ancient Gear Giant.
Let's go. Let's see what.
I forgot to mention, but since you activated a spell card while my magician is on the field, its ability lets me draw a card. And since the card I just drew isn't a monster, I can immediately set it.
As if that'll help you against the overwhelming power of my Chaos Giant, who is unaffected by any spell or trap cards.
And whoever said it would be for him.
Is that so? You're quite the tease, aren't you?
Among my many talents, foreplay's definitely one of them.
Then by all means, blow me away with your pillow talk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is getting kinda zesty.
Good. Then that means we're getting somewhere. Now let us battle.
My gosh.
Now, my Chaos Giant, destroy his Dark Magicians. And due to Chaos Giant's ability to launch another attack, say goodbye to your Dark Cavalry as well.
Damn.
That will be all for now.
My draw.
Tell me, are you still finding enjoyment in your predicament, Obama?
Are you kidding? I'm having a blast right now, and I can tell that you're starting to as well.
Heh, I suppose I am. Your ability to smile and laugh even in the face of adversity is amusing. But how exactly do you plan on dealing with my boss monster?
Well, since you brought out yours, it's
Let's
only fair
go.
that I brought one of my own, right?
Wait, does that mean...
I activate Magicalized Fusion. And by banishing 5 magicians from my graveyard, I can fusion summon the one and only Quintet Magician.
Stop it. Let's go. Let's heal.
And since I used 5 different magicians in its summon, my magician's ability lets me wipe out every card on your field.
A clever move, Obama. But you'll have to do better than that, as I activate Infinite Impermanence to negate your magician's effect.
Damn, I really thought I had you there. Looks like we're in a bit of a stalemate here.
Indeed.
Same
Now
here.
end your turn so I can wipe you out on my next turn.
Well, guess it's time to battle.
There you go.
What?
Now.
You're attacking my monster, knowing full well they'll destroy each other.
Same
Of
here.
course. You think I'll just sit around and let you combo me on the next turn? At least this way we'll both be monsterless.
No!
Oh, gosh.
This is not in my calculations. I can't afford to lose my Chaos Giant now. Too bad, Obama. Because I'm choosing to banish Electromagnetic Turtle in my graveyard in order to cut your battle phase short.
Nice move there, Tin Head. You've always got a surprise up your sleeve. I guess that'll be it from me this turn.
Ryan.
Oh, this is exhilarating. I've never felt this way before. This sense of euphoria as I try to predict an unpredictable opponent is almost like...
Like you're actually having fun, right? Yeah, I know the feeling. Once you leave all that bullshit at the door and just enjoy yourself, you start to appreciate the game in a whole new light.
I see. So this is what you were talking about. Yes, I quite like this feeling. If I can harness this pleasurable sensation into my calculations, I can ascend to even greater heights. Now show me more, Obama. Show me everything that you are.
Are you trying to duel me or fuck me?
Both. I now summon Night Express Knight by reducing its attack points to 0.
Stop.
And since I just summoned an Earth attribute monster, I can special summon Heavy Freight Train.
Oh, snap. It's coming.
I now overlay
It's coming.
my 2 level 10 machine
The main
monsters
gun
in
is
order to
coming.
XZ summon Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max.
Oh, snap. It's coming down.
I see you're bringing out the big guns.
Oh, more than you can imagine, my deliciously tanned friend.
Oh,
But
gosh.
your face down has me curious as to how you plan on dealing with this situation. So I think I'll change things up a bit and proceed to that.
Not so fast, Ultron. Before you do that, I'll be banishing my Necro Garden in my graveyard, and in doing so, your first attack this turn will be negated.
Incredible. He saw through my strategy immediately to make him waste his face down in order to corner him. You never cease to amaze me, Obama. But you've only managed to prolong your defeat. Now, Chaos Giant, attack his magician. And with your Necro Gardener's effect now gone, I'll have my Rail Cannon attack as well. And with the power of limiter removal, I can double his attack points in order to crush your ace monster.
Oh, damn.
It seems that face down card was truly a bluff. And if that's the case, I'll gladly press the attack by activating my Rail Cannon's effect, discarding an overlay unit in order to inflict 2,000 points of damage to your life points.
I thought you would. So I'll be activating my trap, Damage Polarizer.
Damn.
And with this card, I can negate your Rail Cannon's effect, as we both are now forced to draw from our decks.
I can only assume you added that card to your deck as a specific counter to my Rail Cannon. A brilliant decision, Obama.
I'd like to say the same thing about you. But since you just activated limiter removal, you'll have to say goodbye to your Rail Cannon as a drawback to that card.
Oh, do I now? I believe it's still my turn, and I'm planning on showing you a level of power even greater than my Chaos Giant.
What?
I now overlay my Gustav Max and rank up XE summon Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Libe.
Oh my gosh.
And since limiter removal doesn't affect Chaos Giant and Libe was just summoned, its drawback is negated.
Clever girl.
And that's not all. By using one overlay unit, I can raise my Juggernaut Libe's attack by 2,000 points. I end my turn. You found yourself in a situation as hopeless as you can imagine, Obama.
Oh, God.
Now show me how you plan on defying these insurmountable odds.
Gladly. I now activate Pot of Extravagance. And by banishing 6 random cards from my extra deck, I can draw 2 cards. It all comes down to this. If I just believe in the heart of the cards, they'll guide me to victory.
That's
There you
right,
go.
Barack. Always believe in your deck, and it will never let you down.
Thank you, Yummy. And I'm sorry that I yelled at you before. I was a real jerk.
You are forgiven, my dear friend. Now draw your cards, cook his ass, and save the world. Don't forget, you have plot armor on your side.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
activate
You
the
made
spell
this
Dark
all on
Magic
here.
Veil. And by paying 1,000 life points, I can special summon the Dark Magician I had in my hand straight onto the field.
There you go, boo.
I then activate the Eye of Timaeus. And by using my Dark Magician as a sacrifice, I can fusion summon Dark Magician, the Knight of Dragon Magic.
Let's go.
And since my life points are lower than yours right now, it's the perfect time to activate Megamorph.
Zap?
Megamorph? But that card's even more ancient than my own deck.
And that's why you never saw it coming. Now, thanks to Megamorph, I can double my Dragon Knight's attack points. Now destroy his Chaos Giant, my Knight.
Go in.
An excellent move, Barack. But I've taken your best shot, and I'm still standing.
Not for long, Rust Bucket, because I'm now activating my Dragon Knight's special ability. And since my Knight destroyed a monster in battle, you take damage equal to that monster's attack points.
But that means that
It means that this game is over, and that you finally lost. I promised I'd teach you the joy of having fun, but that also meant teaching you the pain of defeat.
Damn.
Knock him out.
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Sorry to interrupt your little monologue, but in case you've forgotten, I still have a face-down Barack.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I activate my trap. Barrel behind the door.
And just what the hell does that do?
What it does, Mr. Former President, is the same thing as the damage polarizer you used against me.
Oh my gosh.
Except with a twist. Instead of negating the damage, it sends it right back at you.
The fuck? I thought you said I have plot armor on my side.
Well, shit. I guess he's got it too.
I truly enjoyed this match with you, Obama. Stand proud. You are strong, but I am perfect.
Oh my gosh, let's go! Let's go! I got the do I want. Let's go!
I don't even know where to begin. As much as it pains me to say it, the winner of today's match is Ultron. I'm honestly still trying to process what just happened. JB, what did we just watch?
Oh, I'll tell you what we just watched. We just saw the biggest Uno reverse in history.
I'm right there with you, JB.
Same here.
Obama had every card lined up perfectly. That Megamorph play was brilliant, and he was just about to deliver the final blow before Ultron revealed he had anticipated even that.
And nobody saw that coming, not even Obama. And he's usually got the foresight of a damn Jedi. I mean, how many people even remember that trap card exists?
You're right, JB. Ultron's usual style is all about overpowering his opponents, making them feel insignificant and hopeless.
Same here.
But today, he seemed almost intrigued. It's like Obama's whole message about having fun got into his head, and we saw Ultron really enjoy a duel for the first time.
We all thought that robot was a heartless machine, but it just goes to show you that even a bunch of circuits and wires can enjoy the game of duel monsters.
Well said, JB. Now then, why don't we hear some parting words from Obama, who is exiting the tournament?
Thanks, Tom. I gotta say, I'm not upset at all. Sure, I didn't get the win, and I got outsmarted. And humanity's probably but hey, that was the most fun I've had in a duel that I can remember.
You had that shit in the bag, Obama. But I guess you ran out of plot armor. You definitely got my respect, though, for how hard you dueled out there.
I appreciate it, JB. I know a lot of people out there might be upset at this outcome, but I did my best, and it just wasn't enough.
Well said, sir. Your performance today will inspire duelists all across the globe and remind everyone about what this game stands for. Thank you for giving us such a memorable match. Now then, why don't we hear some words from our winner?
You have my thanks, Obama. You've shown me something I never expected to find in this game. An emotion that I had dismissed as irrelevant. I understand now that even though humanity is deeply flawed, you've proven to me that there is something worthwhile within your species.
Oh, shit. Maybe Obama changed that robot for the good, and he's not gonna kill us all now.
Oh, make no mistake. When I win this tournament, I will exterminate you all. Starting with you, JB.
What the hell did I ever do to you?
Hey, you better run, you fake-ass Megatron-sounding bitch.
Oh, hell no. That's fake news. AI generated. Some deepfakes, I tell you.
An unlikely story. Now, if you gentlemen will excuse me, I have a finals to prepare for. I hope you're ready, Donald Trump. Because now that I've acquired the sensation of fun into my calculations, you are as good as dead.
Oh,
how come no one told me that motherfucker keeps receipts?
Would that have stopped you even if you knew?
Hell no. I probably would have said some even crazier shit, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, gosh. Well, folks, Obama may have given Ultron his toughest challenge to date, but it doesn't look like anyone can stop the terrorizing Terabyte, as Ultron will be advancing to the finals to face off against Donald Trump. It's been a long journey, JB. But we finally have our two finalists for the Celebrity World Championship. Was this an outcome you could have predicted when this tournament began?
If you told me that the last two dudes standing in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament would be Donald Trump and Ultron, I would have bitch slapped you across the face for talking crazy.
It sounds insane just thinking about it, doesn't it?
Yep. That's what makes this shit so good. Speaking of Trump, though, I wonder how he's going to take it that Obama lost before they could duel again.
Not too well, I imagine, given that was his primary motivation for starting this tournament.
Same here.
Perhaps that might change in the upcoming losers tournament that was rumored to begin soon, but who knows? In any case, that's all for today's show, folks. Join us again next time for the beginning of a special event before the finals begin. Tom Lively out.
Let's go, D. Go, D. I got match. I saw in oil. But see you guys later then. I see you guys next time. So next episode of the Society. A dollar shop with Ultron. But till then, Goodbye, everyone. Well, so you guys like side, sense, and Pete. Get me to CK side with the my right there. I like to get seal. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.